Hi, everyone. All right, so this is Dry Bones Dance Ministry, and we are the contemporary dance ministry on campus. And we usually just minister at churches or do outreaches, and that's where our ministry lies. And then Summer is going to introduce what our piece is about today.
Hello, everyone. So today we're going to be doing a spoken word piece, which is something we haven't ever done before. And it's about authentic worship. So easily we can become wrapped up in the routine and the motions of worshiping God that it can somehow kind of look like a show almost, and that breaks God's heart. God deserves so much more than that, and we must make ready our cup every morning when we wake up to give to God. We need to give God our best. So this is just, we need to be authentic in our worship. Hope this blesses you today.
In these last few days, God has grown tired of being admired by the worship of those who come to Him because it's required. In these last few days, He's chosen to retire the altar fire and animal burn-up for a much higher means of tangible worship. In these last few days, God has decided to pour Himself into a goblet and let it get tipped over to spill into the bones of those He has called to worship. In these last few days, God has poured out His Spirit. Now this divine wine, this liquid God, intoxicates His remnant with His different characteristics, His spiritual gifts. To one, God manifests Himself as He did with the prophets. They dream dreams and see things the way God intended it. To another, God is uncovered as a wise and patient brother. They don't teach like the others, but speak heaven's might instead, because they have fragments of God lodged inside their heads. To yet another, God is revealed with hands that cannot help but heal. They wrap arms around the dying and lay hands on the ill. The flood of God drenches the world's face with gifts of knowledge, discernment, power, and faith. So let us make ready our gifts for that day we come together to worship the one in whose spirit we bathe. Make ready for worship those who have received what the heavens gave. Let the prophets gather their visions, may the wise ones prepare their lessons. Let the faithful drag along mountains, may the discerning ready their questions. Let the psalmists make their revisions, may the elders wage their decisions. And let this same spirit that fills us empower the body to bridge all divisions. Make ready for worship, for you cannot come empty-handed, for you have been filled with the one true God, and it is for praise that He has landed on you. We're used to coming to the Sunday show, sitting quietly on our favorite row, singing songs we already know, sipping grapes and eating dough, soaking in words, going with the flow. But in these last few days, God has decided to throw Himself into the midst of all that is below. So no, you can no longer just show up and expect to worship. You must make ready your cup to present to the one who's filled you with love. In these last few days, worship has changed, for everyone brings a piece of their King, and we worship Him together as our voices join to sing. One brings a song, another a sermon with potency. A brother brings a prayer, a sister brings some poetry. Everyone brings their share and shares it all. Nobody comes without their gifts, but brings their all openly. We worship because we have been totally filled. In presenting our gifts, it's the church that we build. We sing not in routines, but because we are utterly thrilled. For it is upon us God's Spirit has completely spilled. So I say to everyone whom God's Spirit has entered, you can't just show up to worship, but must bring your gifts to praise the giver. So prepare for the slaughter, the animal on your tongue, to be poured out on the altar within the ear of our